Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Nuggets and Dragons, where we're sitting around all playing Storm King's Thunder. Okay, a little bit of a later start today, but that's all right.
We
Uh,
got there in the end.
we did.
And that's really what matters.
It does matter.
It matters a lot, actually.
So, last time we left off with all of you arriving in Triboar, wandered around the town a little bit. I should mute my preview image here so I don't get. There we go. Okay.
Talk to some birds.
Yeah. You talked to some birds in a
Talk to the
shitty,
aspiring
very
theater
literally
guy.
shitty tavern.
It
You
was.
went. You went to the Lion Shield Coster and gave a lady news that her husband or ex-husband was dead. And then you went to an inn, bought a couple rooms for the night, and went to bed.
All
You
of
wake
this
up-
is true.
Yeah, you wake up the next morning here in Triboar, which we have a map for now.
Hooray!
So you are at T10 here on the map where I'm pointing out. And that is the inn that you are staying at, which is known as the North Shield House. And you'll wake up the next morning. It's a bright, sunny day. You hear crowds of people moving outside, going about their business, as the town sort of all wakes up together. What would you all like to do?
I mean, I don't know if there is. I mean, we got some money. We did the thing we were asked to do, and then also there's a magician giant who told us like, "Oh, you guys should probably be over here." So I don't know. Like
Yeah, we just kind of got dropped off here to do our quest, and we've succeeded.
So I guess maybe it's time to take a day off.
I didn't know. First, I feel like that entire cloud adventure was like 3 weeks off doing nothing.
Yeah, okay,
Except
let me rephrase that. Maybe it's time to go do something that's enjoyable but not necessarily risks our lives. Like, see if there are any, I was gonna
You
say
look pretty
books.
bored on the cloud.
Yeah,
Knitting classes.
I was gonna say bookstores, but I don't think there are many books that I can buy in Triboar.
Well, I don't know. Why
So,
not?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna spend some time looking around, talking to people,
Okay.
see what they're up to.
Well, where would you like to go then? Are you all going together, or is it just Greg heading out?
I'll
on
go
his
with
own?
him.
I mean,
I don't
we
have
can-
anything better to do.
Oh, we did hear rumors about other giant attacks, didn't we?
We did hear.
Yeah, but no one around here, even the birds, don't seem to know anything about it.
Yeah, so...
I mean, birds are pretty stupid. I wouldn't expect them
But
to.
Yeah.
we learned that, yeah.
Well, no, you learned it. I knew it all along.
Eh.
But maybe go to the keep and see if they've heard anything.
Yeah. Might be nice.
Just
Might
because, I mean, it's always fun when newcomers to a town comes around asking about, giant attacks.
Yeah. It probably will go very well.
I think so, too.
I'm sure they'll just let us into the keep.
Well, I don't necessarily need to get into the keep. That's not that important to me. It's just nice to be able to talk to people.
Well,
All right. Well, you leave the inn together. Is anyone not going? That's the easy way to ask here.
I'll go find a general store just to see what they have in stock.
I'm just rolling some dice, so I actually have a view of the chat window.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, those of you going to the keep wander up the road and into the market square at the center of town, where many people have set up little booths. A lot of food from local farmers, a lot of traveling merchants peddling their goods as you walk by. You make your way up to the keep, where there is a dusty banner hanging above the entrance, showing 3 black boars on a blood-red field.
I get it. Triboar.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm sorry.
Morgane is very proud of understanding the connection between the banner and the name of the town.
I had some weird audio on my end because a ad that was supposed to be muted refused to be muted, but should be fixed. So blood red boars.
Well,
the boars are
a blood
black.
red field.
Oh.
It's 3 black boars running on a blood red field. The near the
Now, when you say
entrance, there are-
field, when you say field, do you mean like an actual field or field in the
I think heraldic field.
yeah, heraldic sense?
in the heraldic sense.
Okay.
So yeah, you're in front of the entrance to the keep. There are 2. Don't seem like soldiers, but maybe militia that are mounted on horses, standing guard.
Now again, it appears that you have no audio on the stream.
I have no audio. Oh no.
So
You're an important part.
I am an idiot. That should be fixed now. Hello, everybody. We are playing Storm King's Thunder.
cKnoor cast silence on the stream and just wore off.
I don't even know silence.
Forgot to unmute everything when we were starting up, and I am an idiot. So the first, 5-10 minutes of this stream video, all of it, nothing. Just me not talking or saying anything. Wonderful. Anyway, quickly catch everybody up. The characters left the inn where they were staying. Most of them have walked over here to the keep, which has a dusty banner on the front of it with 3 boars on a blood-red field and is guarded at the front entrance by 2 men in light armor on horseback. Skuzel has not gone with everyone else and is wandering around looking for a general store. So, picking up from there, so cKnoor and Titus and Grunty, you all 3 of you are standing in front of the keep.
Well, are there any guards outside of it, or?
Yes, there are
that's
two
the
on
militia guys.
horseback. Yeah.
I guess I'll go up to them and say hi.
One of them just raised his hand. Greetings.
So we just arrived in town yesterday, and my name is Greg. These are my friends. We wanted to know if you've heard anything about these cloud giant attacks, because we've come from further south, and there's been some problems, and then we heard that there might have been other problems up here as well, and we were just curious if the area is safe or not.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. I'm actually good at that. But then I rolled a 1. So
They kind of look at you. Giant attacks? They look at each other. They chuckle a little bit. No.
so I only get 9, but I guess a 1 is an auto fail. But okay. Oh well.
Plus 8 investigation. That's
Yes.
very nice.
I am very good at investigating.
I think, unless you're not.
Yeah, unless I roll a 1.
What about not giant attacks? What about any sort of troubles in the neighboring towns?
Well, there have been known to be, orcs in the woods, the general riffraff that plagues
but
this
nothing-
entire area of Faerun.
Nothing like catastrophic happening.
Not that I've heard of. Have you? And the other one looks, just kind of shrugs. No?
Yeah, because we did come from a town that was seemingly level to the ground. So
I wouldn't say seemingly, to be honest.
Well,
it
it
was
did seem-
actually
it-
quite level to the ground.
yeah, I mean that doesn't mean that it was level to the ground, and also seemed like it was level to the ground. I don't know if one and the semantics. He's a paladin.
What,
I shrug.
what town have you come from?
Nightstone?
Nightstone?
Mm-hmm.
Nightstone's been attacked?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
A couple of times, actually.
How long ago was this?
A couple weeks. I like.
Yeah, you kind of lose. We flew in on a cloud and lost track of time for a while there.
You you flew in on a cloud?
Yeah, another cloud giant who's apparently friendly and not the one dropping rocks on people brought us here. Wizard guy, really weird, but you know wizards, so.
They kind of just look at you for a second and look back and forth and chuckle a bit. Oh, right, a giant on a cloud brought you here.
Well, I mean, he had a tower.
Do you
He wasn't
have?
just on the cloud.
I know my friend looks like he just came from a swamp, but he's not having. Do you have a court wizard or something we could maybe
Court
talk?
wizard?
Someone versed in magics in the keep that we could maybe talk to and compare notes with.
Uh, well, the only one who dwells within the keep right now is the Lord Protector of Triboar, who is Darathra Shrendel. But I mean, she's not a wizard of any means.
Are there any wizards in your town or any
You know, we don't
keepers
necessarily.
of knowledge?
I mean, we don't.
Well,
Exactly.
many people travel through here, on the day, so there might be.
Oh
other-
yeah, but it's like someone maybe with a laboratory or a library or some sort of thing in the town.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, hold on, let me see what my investigation is.
And while you do that, I'm gonna go look at this cat that's meowing up a storm in the background.
Yeah.
Not so good.
3?
Yeah, it's a 3.
No, I don't think there's a wizard in town. Just not. I haven't seen any with the set up a tower outside here anywhere.
Right.
Scoozle, you make your
Yes.
way back over to the Lion's Share, which is the same general store. It's the only one that you've seen so far in town. It's the one where you gave the woman news that her husband had died.
Mm-hmm.
You push yourself inside. You do not see her behind the counter, but you do see the other man that you met in there, whose name is North.
Hello, Narth. I was wondering if I could take a look at your specialty goods.
Oh, what sort of thing are you looking for?
Really, just anything.
I know this is
Anything special?
I know this is a general store, but can I see your specialty goods?
They don't have to be too special.
Yeah, I didn't come in with a specific thing I was looking for.
Well, if you're looking more for adventuring gear, it's over off to the side over that way. He just points.
Alright, I'll go take a look at what's over there.
Okay. There's all sorts of stuff. There's rope, there's long poles, there's like tents, spikes, things like that. There is some armor up on racks. There are weapons behind a secondary counter. There's lots of different sorts of adventuring gear in here. Is there anything specific that you wanted?
I was ideally looking for like some goggles of night so I can get some night vision, but that's it.
Make an investigation check.
What is my investigation? I believe it's just a 1. No, it's a 2. Nice.
8.
Yeah, we're getting all the good rolls. That's the way.
It's a good start to our late day. Goggles of night. I'm pulling up the Dungeon Master's Guide here. They're only uncommon. Okay. So you rummage around through some of the goods in here. Most of it doesn't seem like magical items to you. After looking for just a minute or two, picking stuff up, putting it down, looking underneath things in barrels and boxes, you get the feeling that that's not probably a thing you're going to find in here.
All right, well, that's okay. In that case, I'll go wander around to see if I can find the rest of the party.
Okay.
If we're done at the keep, I'm going to suggest that we go to the general store to meet up with Scoozle's character, whose name I don't remember.
It's Kozan.
Just to
Kozan.
refresh everyone on characters. cKnoor is playing Greg Lightblast. Grunty is playing Boss. Titus is playing Morgaine. And Scoozle is playing Godric. Or Kozan,
No,
sorry.
Kozan.
Godric.
Godric.
He was playing Godric.
Yeah, you are playing Godric. That's right. Godric is dead. Okay. All right. Well, you wander away from the keep towards the general store. Meanwhile, Kozan is wandering from the general store over to the keep. You meet halfway.
Hey, what a coincidence.
Yeah. So it turns out they don't believe in giants here.
So this is the general store right here. It's T6, and this
Okay.
so you guys are standing right in here.
Okay,
Which-
so realistically, we were going to the same place. I just took a left.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
they went straight.
you peeled off over here and went in the store. They continued over, and then you just met over here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kozan, did they have any longbows in that store?
Did I see any longbows?
Yes.
Yes, they definitely do.
Okay. Let's see.
I can't claim to know their quality as I don't use a longbow.
Give me a second to rummage through my pouch and find out how much money I actually have, because I don't remember.
You know, okay, so what's our official stance on like being, hey guys, we just came in on a flying giant cloud versus like not talking about flying giants in the first sentence to strangers, because I feel like that makes people either apprehensive or think of us as script writers, in my experience.
Well, I just don't want, like, what are you gonna say then? Because that's kind of what happened. Are we gonna assume that people, just because people are outside of one of the bigger cities, they haven't heard of giants?
I mean, just like scope realistically, what are we looking here for? Attacks on other cities?
I mean, I just honestly, I just want to know that there's not going to come that they haven't seen any like suspicious clouds lately that have been picking up stones. I'm not too like. I just want to make sure that no one drops a stone on the town I'm sleeping in when I'm sleeping in it.
I mean, we've all seen the results of stone clouds, but except for anyone in Triboar, apparently. I'm just saying, like, you know, hey, any like catastrophic attacks or events in cities around might like make a person think about the way they're going to answer versus, hey, did you hear about any giant floating castles, which might make them think we're on pixie dust.
Well, I mean, pixie dust does make you fly, so that wouldn't be that conclusion might be correct.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like we need an evaluation of what's our approach here, what's our goal, and how are we coming about to achieve it, you know?
Well, all I want to know is if there's been any cloud giant attack in the area recently.
I mean, do we know they're cloud giants?
Well, I'm pretty sure we've talked about them in that form before.
I mean, they're giants and they're on a cloud, so
Yeah,
it
so
may follow but then
Well, I mean, giants do have, for a large portion of them, they're usually named after where they like live or hang out. So you got like hill giants.
right.
Lives
But what
on
if
hills.
it's just some hill giants on a floating castle?
Well, if they live on a cloud, then surely they're not hill giants anymore. Then they're cloud giants.
I think those are
well, it's
different
their
species.
Yeah.
Well, so in that case, we are not 100% sure that it's actually cloud giants. It might be hill giants that have decided to live on a cloud. That's a possibility, and currently we can't rule that out. But it seems like that's a lot wordier than just saying cloud giants.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, for sake of brevity, unknown type of giant that lives in the cloud might be shortened to cloud giant for all I
Yeah, no,
care.
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure we weren't going on the assumption that we knew that for sure.
Well,
In any case, I have to go buy a longbow, so y'all figure out what's going on here.
also everything's relative. I mean, so you know.
God, did you all turn into wizards?
No, I've always been one. So
Aye.
So,
So-
boss heads into the general store, the lion's share. Begins looking for a longbow. There's like 5 of them hanging up on a wall behind one of the counters.
I'm just gonna draw a couple, see which one fits me best, which one I think would work
Okay.
best, and then I'll take them to the counter.
You work with North for a minute. He pulls a couple of them down for you. He has to get up on a little ladder and take them off the racks and bring them over to you. You try stretching a few of them. He tells you if you like, you can head out around the back. There's a little target set up and a little quiver of arrows that'll be sitting there, and you can give it a test if you like.
Yeah, I'll plink a couple off.
Okay. Make an attack roll. Make four attack rolls.
Okay, now
Ranged attack.
if I remember right, that's your relevant modifier plus your attack bonus, your proficiency bonus if you're proficient, right?
Yeah, if you're proficient with a longbow.
Yeah.
You get
Which
your
I am.
proficiency bonus.
With paladins,
plus
I get to be-
your dex.
Oh. Yeah, the third one. The other
Yeah.
the other 3 just broke.
Try just it just felt best with you. I mean, like you fumble around with the other ones, but this one, like, no, this one felt kind of right.
Like, I'm a
My God,
smaller
our
guy,
rolls.
so like your average longbow might not work so well. So if it's like, it's like still a longbow, maybe not like a huge big old one. That one probably works best for me.
It's a pretty good sized one. It might have a slightly lesser draw than the other ones.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too noticeable. And then I wonder if he's interested in purchasing my shitty goblin shortbow from me.
Goblin shortbow. Hey, let me take a look at it.
It's a short bow. It's just I got it off a goblin, so it's not the prettiest thing.
He looks it over. I'll give you 15 gold for it.
Sure,
problem.
that works.
Okay. Well then, we'll just take that out of the price of the longbow. It was 50, so 35.
Pleasure doing business with you. Thank you.
Okay. 35 gold later, you have a longbow.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Do you have
Sling
any
that over
arrows
my-
for it?
I have arrows for the short bow. Do we need to worry about that?
No, unless you're using like magic arrows, or you've been like out in the wilderness for so long or anything that you
Right.
couldn't have possibly replenished your supplies. As far as arrows, food, stuff like that, that's no big deal.
I figured they'd probably give you a starter set with the bow.
Yeah, it comes with 10. A little case.
Yeah. All right, I'll sling it over my back and then go join the others outside, see if they've come to any intelligent conclusions.
I mean, I think we
Meanwhile,
have.
outside,
So we're in agreement then. We're gonna call them cloud giants.
I don't believe so.
so the
I'm
answer
looking-
is no.
I'm looking at
return
Morgaine.
outside and find that they have not come to any Any consensus?
No, like most two are arguing about it. Morgane's just like kind of like sitting on like a cobblestone like fence, just like head in hand, like, oh my god, I just want
Be right
to
back.
fight something. Let's we need to find some sort of work if we're just gonna stay here and talk about cloud giants versus giants and clouds. Are any of you like, I mean, is no one else feeling just starved for like anything after what felt like 5 months just flying around in a cloud?
I mean, yeah.
So just a little refresher, since it's been a while since we played. You were in the cloud with the giant for 11 days. So
Oh
not
yeah,
even 2 weeks.
yeah, it's like almost 2. Morgane was bored after reminded.
Well, I don't. No one else could tell. The only one that was bored up there clearly was me.
I'm
Everyone
going
else
to be
went out.
honest. I haven't had a real solid plan of what I was doing for, counts on his fingers for a bit, about 25 years. So, no, not especially.
I mean, we could just go see if there are any other jobs that needs the type of expertise we bring to this type of town. I just
Exactly
felt
is
like
our expertise.
Fighting, guys.
Yeah, kicking ass and taking names.
Putting halberds into dudes' skulls.
Preventing outbreaks of undead.
Saving humans and townfolk. Well, not humans in general, but townfolk from ogres and goblins.
Looting. We're pretty good at looting.
We're also decent at getting rid of orcs. And having elves be really condescending towards us.
Well, that's everyone, really.
Yeah,
Well, I'm also good at, reading stuff. Boss is good at talking to birds.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have a lot of things we bring to the table.
yeah, I feel like we could.
I
like we
wonder
could-
if the local religious center is helm-based or if that was just the one priest in the tavern. Where is there a church or an abbey or a chapel somewhere in the town?
You haven't seen one. You'd have to either explore the town or ask around.
I'm just gonna ask the next person that walks by.
Okay.
Flag them down.
Hey, is there any sort of temple to any deity in this town? The person says, no, it's more just a, bit of a trade post out there. It's barely even a town. They don't really have one here.
Interesting. So where did they bury their dead?
Oh, the graveyard is, it's over in the, southwest side of town, or southeast side of town.
And who
it's down
handles
here,
that if it's not
222.
connected to a religious institution?
I think there's a gravekeeper, lives in one of the little cottages nearby.
Boss is... He looks a little off-put by that. But he doesn't say anything.
No one in the party is at all surprised.
yeah. We're doing it wrong again, boss. You want to go talk to him?
Kinda, yeah. I'm a little... Dealing with death is usually, at least where I'm from, kind of a religious sort of thing.
I kind of do like a little hand signal for the passerby to just keep start walking.
I'm not...
They're holding a big, bucket of apples, and they're like sweating in the hot sun. Boss stopped them to ask a question.
It's just totally
nod
ignoring
and
them at this
wander away.
It just feels like it's not really a secular institution to me.
Boss, I can tell you this much. The undead are not nearly anywhere close to a problem as you seem to believe that they are.
Apparently not around here. Where I'm from, it was kind of a constant issue. It's sort of like what I've spent most of my life doing. So... But yeah, necromancy is out of favor on the West Coast, I guess. It's not the in thing right now.
I just shrug. I don't know.
Still, like, they're just putting bodies in the ground and that's it? That's all they do?
Pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, kinda.
Like no one preside. It's just like a guy with a shovel.
Yep, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
You know what, you guys?
Not a lot of fire.
You guys figure out what you're gonna do. I'm just gonna go take a look.
Have you ever thought that perhaps...
He's already started walking off.
Okay.
Alright, well...
Boss begins wandering south along the road, looking for the way to the graveyard, and just sort of follows it up here between these two farms. What are the rest of you doing?
So I'm thinking if he's gonna start digging up graves and stuff, we maybe don't want to. I mean,
around him.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I probably don't have a shovel.
let's. How about we just ignore him for a bit?
Let's. You know what? I really want to see if we can find any work for ourselves because
Yeah.
I'm just dying to go out somewhere and do something.
That's not digging up graves. Sounds good.
Absolutely. No, I would. You know what? No digging graves. None. I'm not too hot on it. So
I mean, we could start in the general store and see if they know where to ask.
We could also try and attempt to find the mayor, protector, whoever the
Yeah.
guy in charge of the town is,
Mm-hmm.
and ask him, or at least his people.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. Well, that you head back to the keep right next to where you are at the center of town there. And as the guards told you before, the Lord Protector of Triboar is Daratha Shendel. It's a woman.
Daratha?
Darathra. Darathra.
Daratha. Cool name.
And where can we find this Darathra?
In the keep.
She's in the keep.
Oh, can we see her?
Do you have an appointment or official Triboar business that you would need to talk to her about?
Well, so we're a group of adventurers, so it'd be more a case of if there's anything that she needs help with, we might be able to help.
I'll see if she's interested in seeing you. Just a moment. cKnoor, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully I don't. Oops. How persuasive am I? Wow. Yeah, I just can't talk to this guy. So 7 plus 1, so 8.
8.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some would say you just can't talk.
Yeah.
She's very busy these days. I mean, you know, there's been so many people coming through lately. We can't just grab her for any sort of little person that comes through and wants to talk to her.
Did you
if
just
have
say
official
little person?
business-
Can you talk to a big person?
Excuse me, slip of the tongue. No, meant no offense. But unless you have official Triboar business, then I don't think she'd be able
Well,
to see
I mean,
this time.
I do
Is
now.
there someone else we could speak to other than her about things we could do for this town?
What is it exactly you're looking for?
Well, we are adventurers, as it were. So if there are any jobs that require 3 or
Guards.
4 guards, just some investigation, anything of that nature. I feel like we have some experience in more dangerous lines of work, and I'm sure even a trading post as this needs some martial proficiency every now and then. So if there's anywhere we could ask to investigate that line,
Go ahead and make another persuasion check.
me this time.
Yes.
Let's see what my... Okay, it's just 8.
8.
If he's gonna call me a big person.
Plus nothing? Just
Yeah,
8.
plus nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have anything for you around here, Greenie.
Well, I don't know that Triboar itself needs anything from adventurers at the moment, but you might trek over at the Triboar Travelers. I know they make caravan runs back and forth to Waterdeep. They're always looking for protection for them and things of that nature.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty decent lead. Thank you for your direction. Well, I feel like I'd turn back to the rest of them. Look, we should go there and ask around. I feel like. Yes? No?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just apparently they don't like gnomes around here, so someone
Well,
else
let's not
talk
be
to
too
them.
hasty. They could just not like you.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen any other gnomes here?
Maybe
Have
we
we seen
don't
any
like.
other gnomes?
Have we?
Yeah, there've been maybe just one or two wandering through. There've
They're
been a
really
couple.
short, so they're hard to see.
Yeah, you haven't noticed like tons and tons of them or anything, but he's not
Exactly.
the only one in town. So, boss, you arrive at the edge of the graveyard. You see that it's up on a hill, hey, 30 feet or so up from the main road that comes in along the edge of
Now,
town.
prominently located, easy to spot from a distance.
Yes.
Terrible idea.
You arrive at the edge of the graveyard. You see, it's a fairly large cemetery. Most of the headstones near where you first arrive are very old and weathered down. The central area, right that you come up to immediately, is enclosed in an old, unpainted picket fence, and the rest of the graves off to either side, moving out into the distance, a couple 100 feet in either direction, are outside that fence and seem to be newer and on more freshly carved paths.
I grab hold of the fence and wiggle it a little bit and see what kind of shape it's in.
It almost crumbles to dust in your hand as you pull on it. It's ancient.
I sigh and sort of wipe my hand off of my pant leg, and I look for some kind of hut or shack. I assume I assume the gravekeeper lives on campus. I would hope so.
Yeah, you look around for a few minutes and you find over on the east side of the cemetery, there's a not as old as most of the buildings around here, slightly newer, but not freshly built. Tiny little cottage where the gravekeeper is. He's got a little sign out in front that it explains that this is the home of the gravekeeper.
I knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. A very elderly half-elf opens the door. Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, I assume from the sign on your door that you're the tender of the cemetery. Is that correct?
Yes, I do take care of it.
I have a question. Hopefully, it's not too offensive, but are you a religious man?
Well, yes, I am. He puts a hand up to his neck where you see he has a small symbol of Kelemvor on a chain.
Oh, excellent! I was a little worried because the idea I was getting from the townsfolk that was he just kind of threw people in the ground and that was it. There wasn't really any ceremony to it. No rites, as it were.
Each individual generally, in their home when they have died, have their rites performed there. But once they are brought here, or if they ask me to go, I will perform the rites of Kelemvor for the deceased.
Yeah, that's excellent. I was slightly worried. We don't call him Kellenbor for where I'm from, but it's I am a devotee of the same deity, and I have to admit I'm a little out of place this far west. We don't do the whole in the ground thing. This is a little dangerous where I'm from, but I'm glad to see at least that they're in good hands. I was worried without what appeared to be any sort of central location of worship that the bodies weren't actually being given their rights.
I have heard that when not tended properly, the dead can become restless at times.
Yes,
So I do try my
is
best here.
kind of what my job is. I'm a necromancer hunter by trade.
Oh my.
But yes, I'm not particularly worried about that here because, as I said, it seems to be less common than where I'm from. But I'm greatly relieved to find that the dead are given proper respect and burial. I won't waste any more of your time.
All the ones here in my garden rest peacefully.
Okay, well, that's excellent to hear. If you ever do have a problem with that, and you see me around town, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll get to the bottom of it.
I will keep that in mind.
You have a good day, sir.
And you as well.
All right. Short of exhuming a bunch of bodies and mass cremating them, which even Boss is probably a little hesitant to do. Everything seems to be pretty well in place, so he's just going to wander back to the keep and see if he runs into the rest of the group.
Okay. You begin heading back to the keep. Meanwhile, the rest of the group leaves the keep, and you're looking for the Triboar travelers. Asking for a moment, you see that it's actually over here at T9. You walk, around the edge of town here and come to the center of the buildings where it is located. And you find a number of people, a few rather well-dressed, as well as a few others that look like they've been messing around with the horses in the dirt and stuff for a while. Sort of talking, negotiating. There's a few very large carts full of goods that are there. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stand around and kick the dirt for a bit and wait for someone else to go talk to them, because there's something wrong with my words today.
All right.
I guess I don't know.
While you're all standing there watching negotiations happen, people coming and going with carts full of goods, go ahead and make perception checks for me.
My passive perception is also 18.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I got it, 24.
What is my perception? Oh, so, yes, so 18.
Okay. Skuzel and cKnoor, both of you notice while you see these people talking, discussing their deals. One of the people that seems to be running this place and sort of ordering the farmhands and horsemen around and assigning people to different carts and stuff like that. He's a rather well-dressed human who's wearing an eye patch, actually. And the eye patch has a symbol on it that is familiar to you. It's a red eye patch with a black serpent on it. You saw this symbol, a very similar symbol, in Nightstone. All the men that showed up and were sort of trying to take over the town, the Zhents, were wearing this symbol.
Okay, but we don't know what the symbol is for. It's
You recognize them as being members of the Zhentarim, which is sort of a underhanded network that kind of runs all over the country.
You call it a shadow cabal, shadowy cabal.
Yes.
Why would you show that off so blatantly though?
Could be
Probably
cocky.
not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe we don't want to talk to these guys then.
What? All of them? They're all
What?
bad?
Well, this dude seems like he's running it, right?
Does he seem like he's running it?
Yeah.
This guy here does seem like he's running it, yes.
Mm-mm.
I just won't work, you guys. Bored out of my skull here.
So while every group, while the rest of the group is just sitting there looking solemn and
Boss, you arrive back at the keep.
yeah, I just asked where the rest of the group went. I'm sure the guards saw them trundle off somewhere.
We sent them over to the Triboar Travelers. It's just up the road over that way.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I start headed that way.
You head that way. Are the rest of you going to say anything? You staying there? You leaving?
If this person's running it, then do we actually want to? I don't think we should work for these people. So let's.
No, especially if they find out that you killed like 7 of them.
I mean, that's very kind of you to say, but I'm pretty sure I only killed like 3.
Well, you was in the group. I wasn't a part of you then, so I
Yeah.
can't claim.
No, but I mean, yeah. No, let's. I'm gonna go over here instead, and then Greg's just gonna walk away.
Okay. You just start walking away.
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm like trying to look at this guy and I'm like, is he really that bad? It's like, oh,
Go ahead. Make an insight check.
yeah. 1d3.
He's probably creeped out by how long this group of people have been staring at him for a while.
And
But
inside.
He seems
Oh,
very busy. He might not even have noticed that you're there.
21.
21. As far as you can tell, and he's not like doing anything that seems shady or underhanded at all. He's sort of just ordering people around. He's not like pulling any of his like stable hands off to the side and doing anything like that, and like pointing out or whispering anything. He's being very open with everything he's saying. He's very loudly making deals with merchants that come up and approach him. He seems to just be running a business, as far as you can tell. It doesn't seem to be anything strange or underhanded about it.
Yeah, come on. This is, I don't know, he's got a snake on his eye patch. That's kind of sinister, but I don't know, Greg. Can't
Boss
always
walks up
judge a
to the
book
rest of
by
the
its
group.
cover.
I mean, dude, even if
I mean, didn't that group literally kill you? So why would you be willing to work with them now?
That group didn't kill me. Old Paladin kind of killed me by forcing his whole lawful good thing.
whoa, wait.
no,
Why are we
no.
talking about this? What's going on?
These guys saw a guy with a snake eye patch and want to leave now.
Oh, those dudes. They were. I mean, like, yeah, we.
We kind of attacked them first.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. Also, they lied to us.
Did.
No,
well,
we did.
No, we didn't. Well, I don't know this, but
I think we threw the first punch, didn't we?
We
No.
absolutely.
No.
Okay, here's the
Well,
thing.
we were.
We were like, we're gonna beat you up. We're gonna beat you up. We're gonna beat you up.
No.
And then they were like, okay, well, we're gonna attack you then.
That's
I
not
feel
what
like-
happened.
Okay, what happened, Greg?
So what happened was that we let them in under because they said they were gonna they were there to get the woman we found and take her to, well, she had a wanted. She was wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one.
So they said that they were going to take her to the authorities. They come in. It's apparent that they're actually not doing that. She is wanted, but they're not going to take her to the authorities. At what point, I called them out as liars and
you
said
do
that,
have a thing with that, yeah.
yeah, and said that's not okay. And then I closed the gate, and then they attacked us.
That's true.
Well, okay, so there was an event in between there where they said, hey, we can just, like, both go our ways and not fight each other.
I'm not entirely one way or the other in the issue, but I should point out that just because he's wearing the emblem, and let's just make the assumption he's part of the same group, doesn't necessarily mean that he operates on the same way.
No, but it also means that if he's part of the same group and he at some point realizes that, hey, these are the people from Nightstone, isn't that...
How would he realize that?
Because we tend to talk about that shit all the time.
I mean, I don't go around talking about how I killed a bunch of people because they attacked me.
I'm not
Usually.
saying I'm not saying killed. I'm saying talked about them as we've been to Nightstone and survived.
These people haven't even heard about giant attacks. Like, we flew in here.
No.
What are the odds that he would know anything about that confrontation?
The guards at the keep haven't. He's clearly a part of a larger organization.
So
I don't trust him to not tell other people that then might be more inclined to, try and kill me. It seems like a
But
bad...
also, here's the other part of it, is if he's part of a bigger organization, he's part of a network, he may have heard something about towns being attacked that nobody else did. He might have more information.
I don't understand why you're so hellbound to...
I'm just hellbent on doing something instead of doing nothing.
Yeah, but let's not do something that's gonna get us killed.
Why do you think working for someone's gonna get us killed?
A bunch of people getting crushed by rocks is generally a bad thing.
Okay, Greg's gonna leave.
Okay, Greg walks away. What are the rest of you doing?
So what exactly did they do here? I just asked the guards where you went. Is this some kind of a trading post?
Seems like a trading post. Seems like that guy is making deals with the merchants and the other people working here. I bet they have probably need for caravan guards of some sort. That's what I'm assuming. We haven't actually talked to any of them yet. We just saw the snake and just walked away.
Well, even if we didn't speak to him, speaking to some of the traveling traders may prove fruitful.
I think so.
All right, well, let's do that. And if we feel like we need to talk to him, we will.
Yeah.
Let's split up and go talk to a couple of the traders that are coming in and out of town.
All right, so are you staying where you are here, or are you going like near the entrances of town and looking for...
Well, it seems like this is kind of where they're congregating, right?
So here, where you are here, it's what's going on is that people are buying caravan guards of protection for their caravans, basically.
Okay, well, I would assume that a trader who's heard about giant attacks would probably want to hire some caravan guards. So, yeah, let's do it here.
Yeah, I think so.
Either that or, like,
each of you make an investigation check then. cKnoor, is there anywhere in particular you're heading, or are you just leaving?
No, I think I'm just leaving.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk down the long road here, south, and once I'm out of town, I guess I'm gonna turn around and walk north just to look at things.
So could I use my background of mercenary life to like get advantage on the like looking for a job here?
Yeah, go ahead.
You said it was an investigation, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a 13.
13. Okay. And Scoozer rolled a 22 and Grunty rolled a 15. Oh, you got a natural 20. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, you guys begin asking. You're asking individuals here. Have you heard of, towns being attacked by giants, giant attacks, anything
Or
like
just
that?
town attacks in general.
Towns being attacked. You get a few. Oh yeah, of course we've heard of towns being attacked. You hear, one of the not one of the merchants, but one of the caravan guards you talk to, standing next to him. Like, no, I have heard. I heard a story not long ago that Nightstone was actually attacked by giants. Something from the air, something like that. You hear a few others, I've heard rumors of giant attacks in the distance. Miles and miles away. Nothing near here. After asking around for 4 or 5 minutes, talking to a few different people, the the well-dressed man comes up over to you like, excuse me, please stop harassing the customers. Excuse me, and just coming up to you to, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave our very excuse me, choking on beer.
Oh, he's day drinking.
I have to ask you to leave our very esteemed and our customers alone, please. Hello, who are you? Why are you here?
We're just, we're just adventurers that came into this town and they're looking for work, and a lot of people sent us this way. Apparently, this is where people of professions such as ours seem to find work in this town, so we figured we'd give it a shot.
You're looking for jobs. As he's talking to you, a half-elf, also fairly well-dressed, sort of comes up and just stands behind him a little silently, a little off to his side, just sort of backing him up a little bit. No, I'm sorry. We have plenty of caravan guards, caravan travelers here that we're not actually looking for any others right now.
Oh, that's fine.
Well,
we weren't really particularly looking to use your service.
Okay. I thought you said you were looking for work.
Yeah, we're perfectly capable of offering ourselves.
I understand. You do understand that I do have the license to run the only caravan business in town.
No, I didn't understand that. I didn't even realize that was a thing that required a license. That's good to know.
Here in Triboar, yes. We have exclusive license to run caravans all the way as far as Waterdeep and back. So anything in between that is completely covered by our exclusive merchant license here for the town. And I'm afraid that you wouldn't be able to offer your services elsewhere in here.
Well, the law's the law. That's perfectly reasonable. Does that mean we're not allowed to talk with any of the traders?
No, of course you're allowed to talk with the traders, but when they're here trying to do business, I ask that you please do not do it on my property.
I shrug. That's fair enough. And then I step to, right outside the square, just
Okay.
where it's I assume where the property line would be, and then just resume what I was doing.
Okay. So you sort of continue asking people, is anyone here? Has anyone seen or heard of giant attacks on towns, things like that? The half-elf that was standing sort of behind the well-dressed businessman comes over and kind of... You can see that he's sort of glaring at you.
I'll glare back at him.
Make an intimidation check.
Don't step to me, fool. I glare.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well, glare.
You give a mean glare. He looks at you for a second, just kind of shakes his head, takes a step back, and then turns back to follow the other gentleman that you had met.
I just roll my eyes.
With that, we should probably say goodbye to YouTube because this
Bye,
has been
YouTube.
going on for
Goodbye,
Bye,
50
YouTube.